guys, how are you? Happy Monday. My intention was to film a reading this weekend, and it didn't work out. It just didn't work out. Today is the full moon in Cancer. I injured my index finger, and I can't really bend. Like, I can bend it, I can't fold it so much. So like the mobility in this finger, right? If you try, like, anyways, so we're dealing with that. So that kind of set me back yesterday, but it's okay. We're here now, and we are going to pull some cards and see what energy is coming through. Okay, let's see what the message is today. I'm feeling called to this deck, and then we'll do astrology. I did have two jump cards earlier there. The Five of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, with the Five of Swords. So we've got something on in the works here around working our butts off, maybe, but feeling like we can't, this is going to be a tough shuffle situation, feeling like we can't trust the people we're collaborating with. Like, we're a little bit skeptical on if there's integrity there or if they are lying to us. Let's see the message that YouTube family are here to know today. The Ace of Materials is here. What else is coming up? The Eight of Emotions, so the Eight of Cups. The Hermit is here. We're splitting the deck to the Hierophant reversed with Awakening. Sorry, my finger. Here, it's like my index finger on my right hand, so my work with the decks might look a little bit less harmonious, but the magic is still here. The Knight of Swords is here reversed. With the Five of Materials reversed as well, guys. So let's get a clarification from the astrology deck right now, just to see. I'm seeing a bit of strife right now. There's something that it feels like you're being called to walk away from. I do think there's like this sense of maybe an ultimatum, a sense of not having another choice. The bottom of the deck here, we have Leo reversed, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Ascendant card, clarifying the Eight of Cups. So to me, what that's giving is actually, it's feeling a little bit like Cancer full moon energy. I think especially too, like this card has just got that moon energy in it. Even though it's like a black hole, it's so big and it's shining down, and it's got this unknown quality to it. I actually love this card in this Muse deck so much. So there's a lot of fear for our outlook on things, but also how people are going to see us as a result of this next shift. It's a shift in perception. Something has come to your attention that you're like, oh, I need to sit with this for a bit, because I'm feeling like if I don't actually look at what's going on, I'm going to be not misstepping, but there's going to be a missed big point. This is a big plot twist, I would say. Has to do probably with like the organizations that you either hobby in or lobby in, outside of work, in and around work, those community spaces, the things that probably started as hobbies and then maybe became like and like not-for-profits, or things that you just can chaperone on your own. There's an energy going on that take leadership in. There's an energy going on around there where you've been crossed. And you're having a hard time finding your identity in this situation. Something has really felt like it was pulled from under you, essentially. And it has to do less with actions and more with what people are saying. So let's find out Yeah, and I have Mercury at the bottom of the deck. So it's almost like giving a little bit of the energy of like lies, or am I seeing things fully as they are? Can you show me in one card here what we're dealing with? Mercury's coming up again. So we definitely have communication here. Communication is feeling skewed. Let's get a little more information on this sense of, I have chills. Let's get a little more information. I think the initial two cards here, the Three of Discs with the Five of Swords. These are really championing this reading, showing us that there is this sense of like just getting by and feeling like people are trying to pull the wool over our eyes, maybe, that we're having to prove ourselves for something. We're not wanting to do that. The Four of Emotions is here, the Four of Cups, and it is adjacent to the Ten of Cups. We have the Two of Pentacles here, the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Materials as well. So, okay. Then we have the Five of Voices. So the Five of Swords is here. We've got the Page of Swords is here. We've got the Three of Cups is here. So I'm going to pull from this deck. Can I get a little bit of energy on this situation? Eat Your Words is here. Head in the Clouds is reversed, as is Support System. All right, so what we're seeing here is a situation that's taking place in the realm of your work or where you earn your living. You've been completely let down by someone. Someone has spoken unfairly about you, or they've tried to pull something off behind your back. And it feels like kind of like it's a combination of things. Like you're like, oh, the cat's out of the bag, but also you're like, that did catch me off guard a little bit. It's almost like there was like an opportunity for a promotion maybe, and it was between you and someone else. Feels like that other person maybe cheated and got their way, or got the promotion, or got the gig, and you're feeling like that was an unfair advantage that they had, or that they kind of maybe spun the story a little bit more to their advantage and at your like at your disadvantage, you know? They took advantage of you, essentially. You're feeling extremely at a loss around this. But I don't see you feeling completely broken down from it. I see a lot of abundance around you. I see a lot of like opportunity coming in around you. And I still see this sense of like wanting to prove yourself. But I do see that you're like a little bit wiser now as a result of this. I'm going to pull some cards and let's see what else comes from the cards and what we see in terms of how you're going to do things going forward. There's also feels like there's another person in the equation. So maybe it's you and the person who was selecting or you know, making the choice on who was going to get this promotion or who was going to advance in this move. Just change at work, within your work sphere. It does feel like that this situation, the way it has played out, has completely shifted your dynamic. Like the three of you, maybe the three of you were even working together and you were all kind of hoping to be candidates for this position, or two of you were hoping to be candidates and this one person was supporting both of you, and there was an unfair treatment around the final decision. It feels like you just feel extremely let down, essentially. And there's a little bit of frustration and just sadness around the financial quality to the equation. I am seeing the person, like you, the viewer who's impacted by this, are feeling like you're questioning a little bit how this makes things worth it for you in the context of your family at home. It does feel like this, it was already something that was kind of just getting you by. And now you're like, hey, is it worth it anymore? Like what makes sense? Like my purpose, my fulfillment. Yeah, it's a little bit the opportunities for growth and also financial reward around sort of your capacity to convince yourself that this is like, you know, worth your time. It's getting a little bleak. It's getting a little bleak out there. So let's see how you're going to handle this letdown. We have the the Knight of Materials here with the 10 of Emotions. Ten of Materials is here as well. We have the Four of Cups is here again. Strength is here. And we have the Moon is here. I'm going to pull from this deck. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Is coming up. Hothead is reversed. Broken Open is reversed. Pull Yourself Together is here upright. And Am I Blue is reversed. So listen, you're not showing defeat in this situation. You're coming out as the Knight of Materials. So the Knight of Pentacles is so strong here. You're going to turn this into an opportunity. I think you're somebody who typically sees the glass half full. Look at that. Just so much beauty and abundance around you. I do think you're going to come out because there was such stealth, but stealth in not a great way. Like it was just so, it was so sly and it was so cheeky and there was cheating and just not good energy in this situation. As a result of that, you know that truth and you're not willing to let that one slide. You're going to go about it very stoically. You're going to go about it very, very proudly almost, and you're going to put your best foot forward. There is fear here. There is fear of being like rejected or being left out or not having the upper hand in the situation. The Four of Cups, like I was said, is here again. So with the 10 of Materials. So I do think that what's driving your motivation is just this sense of like, what else is out there for me? There's got to be something else out there for me. And that sense of determination and perseverance is going to keep you striving for success within this work realm. You know where to draw the line in terms of what is what in the work environment, in this corporate environment. I mean, if you're working in a very relaxed work environment and not a corporate environment, I would say that there are certain protocols that played into this where it was a little too, you know, sometimes people say one thing and then another thing is done. So they're just saying it just to say it kind of thing, or just to lay out that like this is being done. And then it feels like in that realm of professionalism, which is so unprofessional, is like, well, if we say it, if we make it clear, we can do whatever we want anyways, kind of thing. So it does feel like that two sides of that coin were upheld. You are presenting as feeling internally extremely sad. And there's a tremendous amount of disappointment, and this is probably going to long-term see you question a lot about where you work and who you can trust. That being said, you're not interested in showing that you've been disappointed or let down. You're like, I'm gonna one-up them on this. Too many hats is here. So let's see what's going on with you. I would like to know what you can learn from this situation and how you can grow from it, So we do have the Page of Cups here. Page of Cups is here. We're splitting it to the Lovers and the 8 of Cups. So they're both reversed. So there is this sense of like a duo between either you and a business partner, or it's you and a loved one, essentially, or maybe you have a partnership with family members or a family member and you were this involved being let down by them. There's this, things are no longer the same after this. We have the Queen of Materials here reversed next to the Page of Emotions. So let's see, how can the viewer, the Wheel is here reversed, grow from this experience? The Tower is here reversed. Awakening is here as well. The Ten of Materials is here again. Alrighty. Too Many Hats was here. So I will pull a few more cards. Chills. Hothead and Too Many Hats. So Hit Your Target is here reversed. This is, oh boy, Head Over Heels is here. What Goes Around is here. It's giving, the last two cards are giving a little bit of an energy, almost like there was a romantic interest in the dynamic. Maybe that was prioritized, which has nothing to do with accomplishments, achievements, capabilities, credentials. It's really this situation that's working outside of the structures of what runs a business, if you will. There's a lot of emotion though, so it does add up. Like maybe there was an emotional plot twist in the situation where there was a romantic interest and you feel like you got had in the situation, and that someone played you. That relationship is no longer available for you, in the sense that you've cut those people off for the moment, because the feeling that you have, we are seeing that you will learn and you will grow in the sense of like your emotional depth is going to grow through this experience. You're gonna see how much integrity and how much value you have. I think you're going to struggle a little bit to know your worth through this experience. It's kind of seeing you question how you can kind of find, bounce back, like how you can bounce back, how you can actually make it happen. There's a reluctance to change, but this is a prompt for an internal shift, like an internal moment that's asking you to almost like blossom open, like look at things through a different light, almost through the 5D instead of the 2D 3D realm. There's this sense of needing to really evaluate how you sell yourself short for the decisions that other people make around you and your life, and why you take that so to heart and so seriously, all the while like putting yourself aside and your needs aside and just like really investing your well-being emotionally in someone else's hands. So I think you're looking at that equation through this, and you're feeling completely, there's this sense a little bit of like depression and just feeling totally defeated, but you aren't letting that show. I do think there's a risk that like maybe it's a little bit of like, I don't want to say not burnout, but you are investing a lot emotionally. So there's a lot at play and a lot at stake here for you. And as a result of that, the message here, your soul is really speaking back to us, suggesting that you bring in a little bit of almost like self-observation, just kind of a little bit of pause. Like this is, maybe you really, really, really pushed yourself to prove yourself in this situation and get this promotion, this change at work, this opportunity. And as a result, the World is here. It's showing us that and the Six of Wands is here. But the Magician is also here. So we are very much seeing, with the Jump card being Temperance reversed, so we're very much seeing that you are wearing a mask in this context. You haven't been fully in your honest self. You felt the need to wear almost like a hardware and really self-preserve. And you thought that that would get you ahead in this equation, and it sort of let you down. So I think the ticket here is almost like to remove the mask and show a little bit more vulnerability, show a little bit more willingness to experience a change, and also a little more temperance, because we're also seeing that there's a tremendous amount of like just go energy, fire energy. And if it's not physical fire, it's that you are someone who like really speaks up. You're very vocal about your likes and dislikes, or like where you want to go, where you don't want to go. And as a result of that, it's positioning you as being extremely busy and involved, almost like not having any chill. So we need to take a few steps back and let life lead us through this experience. We need to take certain actions, and we need to think about certain actions before we actually do them. We have to have an idea of where we want to go, instead of being so impulsive, because there's a lack of calm. There's a lack of maybe that's also because you just feel so burned through this situation that you're just all lit up and ready to. It's coming from a place of fear though, because Temperance and the Moon are here reversed. So there is this place of like, you know, just maybe not having the emotional support and not giving yourself the emotional support. And so you're really concerned about your emotional well-being and if you are enough. And so you're taking the angle of always proving yourself instead of just allowing your energy to precede you and speak to your authentic truth and your potential. We have the Seven of Swords here again. And so this is also suggesting that there is this lack of trust, you know, there's something that's amiss. The Hermit is here with the Two of Swords. So, and you know, it really adds up, the Two of Swords in this deck, because we do feel chained and we do feel like we're walking towards the unknown, essentially. And there's this need to pause and sit it out a little bit. So you're kind of juggling those two things, the wanting to have chill, and the Ace of Swords is here as well. So there will be a messenger. There will be something that will come and speak to your innate knowing that will feel positive and uplifting in the situation. But at the moment, I think it just feels heavy, and it feels confusing, and it feels a little typical, if you will, for you. And it's really coming down to your relationship with your self-worth. So I don't think it's so much about being more hard on yourself, or feeling like you have to prove yourself more. I think it's really about letting go and looking at where you can just be right now. Just sit with this deceit and this disappointment, and not let it activate more of a desire to prove yourself and more of a desire to go forward, but instead just allowing it to unfold in the next steps to give you more clues as to what the next moves will be for you. I think you're going to end up okay. Yeah, I know you are. I mean, there's so much joy and so much abundance and just so much possibility for you. This situation is really just showing that you gave away your worth to two people who weren't of your caliber. And as a result, you feel disappointed. You also feel like you saw it coming to a certain extent. It's not a total shock to you, but there is a reluctance to take action on what really needs to go and what really needs to change in the situation. The Capricorn card just came up, the boss. This is very in tune with the Cancer full moon right now and is definitely confirming that it is a work-related issue. And there's this sense of not having camaraderie, not having like a team spirit around you, feeling like you were just kind of pulling something alone and having to constantly prove yourself and constantly feel like you're not enough or you didn't do enough. And that you could have been more. And that's actually far from the truth. You are enough and you did enough. These people took advantage of your energy, essentially. And that is, that never bodes well in the long term. So I hope this brought some clarity to you. Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. My books are open for this week. It's the week of the 13th of January 2025, and you can follow the link below in the notes and book your reading with me. And that's all. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.